What's going on, guys? This is Chandler Smith, and this is my beautiful state of Idaho. And unfortunately, Californians are trying to ruin it. And so in this video, I'm gonna explain what they're doing and how you can fix it. So with all of that being said, let's jump into it. All right, first off, you need to understand the reason that I am so passionate about this, and it's because I was born and raised here in Idaho Falls, Idaho. I love this place, and I truly believe that it is the land of milk and honey. Growing up, we knew all of our neighbors. We were good friends with them. We waved to everybody. When you go to the grocery store, you run into people you know, you say hello. If you ever open your door and ding the guy next to you, you write a note or you even wait there at their car to make sure that you can pay to fix it. People that are going around, if you get up to a stop sign, you're like, no, you go first. And they're like, no, you go first. Nobody cuts each other off. And overall, it's just a community that's built on morals and common human decency. On top of that, the air is super fresh, the taxes are low, and most importantly, historically, I've always been able to find incredible real estate deals. Now, one of the perceived downsides of Idaho is the colder weather for half of the year, which if you don't like colder weather, yeah, it's probably not a great place for you. For me, that's a benefit. I enjoy snowboarding, I enjoy the changes of the seasons, and I kind of like the cold. It's fun to look forward to the summer, and then it's fun to look forward to the winter for all the different things that you can do in the outdoors. However, the biggest benefit of the winter is that it's kept a lot of Californians in California, until now. Now, if you were to hop on Google right now and see how many Californians are leaving California, you'd be shocked by all of the statistics out there. And it isn't something that's super recent, but it also kind of is. In the 2010s, there was a massive exodus compared to previous years. Now, historically, there are a lot of people coming into California, but surprisingly, there have been a lot of people leaving. One article in specific said that California's slowest growth rates ever were during the 2010s. This slowdown was enough to cause an unprecedented loss of a seat in the House of Representatives. Now, I'm gonna leave you to scroll through and see all of the stats, but the reality is there are tons of people leaving California. And if you don't wanna believe the articles or the stats, you just have to look at all the famous people. I mean, you've got Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, Graham Stephan, and the list goes on and on and on of people that are just done with California. Now, it's not just people, it's also businesses. There have been tons of businesses that have decided that it's just not worth it anymore. The pros no longer outweigh the cons of living and doing business in California. Now, there are dozens of reasons that people are leaving, but one of the bigger reasons is taxes. Right now, state taxes go up to 12.3% in California. On top of that, California has made it extremely hard for businesses to do business. There are so many restrictions, so many rules, and I can speak for this firsthand because I've done business and I still do business in California, where I'll have sales representatives out there working for our company and they get totally taken advantage of. There are so many more hoops to jump through just to be able to get your business to do business. Where when you go to any of these other states, you can see that a lot of them don't even have state tax, and their restrictions on businesses are non-existent in comparison to California. Now, taxes is a big deal, but it wouldn't be that big of a deal if everything else didn't suck. Cost of living is extraordinary, like absurd in California when it comes to being able to purchase a house, when it comes to renting, when it comes to every one of your utilities, from your electric bill to your water bill. It doesn't matter what it is in California, everything costs more. You can look at gas, you can look at groceries, and if the expenses don't scare you away, you would think, wow, if I'm paying more, maybe it's just a better place to live. But everywhere is filthy. It's not well kept. It's disgusting. You've got homeless people all over the place that aren't being taken care of, and I'm not talking about them as the disgusting part. I'm talking about they just don't take care of their cities. When you walk down the street in Idaho, everyone takes care of it. It's clean, it's neat, but in California, it's just not. You drive down the freeway, you go down any of the city roads, and it just sucks. It's just gross. Then you've got to look at the fact where you're squeezed in. Traffic is horrendous. Any form of transportation is horrendous. Their schooling is subpar at best, and the list goes on and on and on. So when I see all of these people leaving California, I don't really blame them because I don't see why they would stay. Now, the one big benefit that California has is you have good weather year round, which is awesome. But if you have to deal with all of these other things, it's really not worth it. And that's why a lot of people are saying, hey, this sucks. Why would I live here where I'm not getting paid enough? I'm being charged way too much for everything. I don't enjoy the people I'm around. I can't breathe because the air sucks. Everybody's a jerk. So my point is, I don't really blame people for wanting to leave California. I actually understand it. I mean, if I'm living there and the only benefit is that the weather is good year round, but I have to deal with people being jerks, absurd taxes, absurd cost of living, the air sucks, everywhere I go is filthy, and I'm consistently worried about my kids having something happen to them because the whole system is a mess and it's just a scary place to live overall. I mean, I get it. I know why you would want to come to Idaho and be in a place where everybody's nice and the taxes are lower and the air is fresh and literally everything is better than California. But the problem is you can't bring California with you. We have so many people that are moving here, and guess what? Now our traffic is getting worse. Over the last couple of years, when I'll go to the grocery store, I'll notice that there are more and more people, and more of those people are not really nice. And that for me is a major bummer. When I go to the park and I see there's more trash at the park and people just aren't treating it the way they should, I really believe that's a result of people coming in and bringing what they're bringing. And I know this is true because on my own street, I've had people move in and you'll go and you'll be like, hey, welcome to the neighborhood. Here, we brought you cookies. We just wanted to say hello. And they look at you like, what are you doing? And then when you wave at them when you're driving by, they give you another look like, dude, keep your eyes on your own paper. Do I need to call the cops? You're trying to rob me? Like, it's just a different dynamic. And unfortunately, it really sucks for us that we're born and raised here in Idaho because we like Idaho the way that it is. That's why we're still here. And you left California because you didn't like it. And so please, please, please don't bring California with you. Now, I'm not saying that I hate Californians, and I'm not saying that you can't come and live here. I'm just saying that you need to be different if you're going to. As a matter of fact, you need to be way different. You need to be in an extreme where you aren't the person we're blaming for everything, because let's be real, it is easy to blame the new guy, but the new guy that's been coming kind of sucks. With any change, there are positives and negatives, and I've really hit home the negatives of the way that California people treat people in general. And I get it, like that's how California is. I lived there for a couple years. You can get away with this mentality of, hey, I don't care what I do or the impact I have because there are so many people that it's going to go unnoticed and it doesn't really matter. I get it. It's this big city mentality, but if you're coming to the small city, please don't change our mentality. Now, I'm going to step away from that because there are also, potential pros and more cons that come with Californians coming in. One of the major pro or con, depending on who you are, is what they've done to our housing market. They've driven up our housing market in a big way because we're having a huge influx of people leaving those bigger cities and coming into Idaho. And what that's done is it's made it very hard to be able to purchase real estate. Now, as a real estate investor, this has big positives because when tons of people come in and bid up the prices and pay absurd amounts of money for real estate, that takes all of the real estate I own and it increases its value. It also gives me the ability to increase rents because more and more people are coming in and renting, and supply and demand kind of has its way with things to where we can charge more for rents because there's less supply and more demand. For our real estate market, it's exploded, but that's also been a negative for people that historically they've lived here, they want to build a family here, and now it's a real struggle for them to be able to afford real estate. It's harder for them to get into that starter home because the pricing has just exploded because these California people are coming in and way overpaying for real estate, which in turn has jumped up the market in a big way. Now, I'm not going to say that they are the only reason for all of this. I understand that naturally cities grow and things happen, and there are lots of other things things that have an impact on the real estate market, but Californians have had a noticeable impact. When you go and talk to any of our car dealerships or any of our realtors in town, the majority of their business has been happening with these new people that are coming from California. The long and the short of it is Californians are making Idaho worse, and us Idahoans that have lived here forever, we're not super pumped on it. Now, we're an open arms kind of people. We still are okay with you coming, and we want to keep things the way that they are and welcome you and be kind, but you're making it really hard for us, and that's why here is my solution. I think rather than coming in and trying to turn Idaho into California, why not go back to California and vote properly and try and turn California into a little bit more like Idaho? Now, I'm not gonna dive into the politics of things because one, I've never done that on my channel, and two, I don't think that people want me to do that on my channel. I'm a real estate investing guy first, and I'll stay in my lane with that. However, one of my really good buddies is running for governor in California. He has a 20-point plan that is absolutely incredible, and I truly believe that if you vote for him, it's going to make California a substantially better place. Now, he is a YouTuber. He is the man, meet Kevin, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't vote for him because he's not one of the regular guys that you would usually vote for in California, because I truly believe that that's your problem. Don't move to Idaho. Stay where you're at. Things are gonna buff out, I promise, and I know that kind of sounds insincere because there's no way in heck I would ever move to California, but meet Kevin is the man. He's the best of the best. He's truly a good-hearted guy, but he also is a freaking genius, and his 20-point plan, I really think, stands to make a difference in California. So, please, Californians, don't take this in the wrong way. We love you. We love coming to visit for holidays for brief periods of time, and we love you staying in California. And you can do that if you vote in Meet Kevin for governor. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the little bell. And I look forward to seeing you in the future videos where my goal is to help you to build a huge passive income where you're at. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.